Hello, friends. I hope you all are doing fine today. Today I have come out with one more new recipe. Again, this is a layered biryani which you can prepare at home. And I think I have used only the basic ingredients that are available at home. And this layered biryani, it's really very simple and it comes out very well. It's almost like in Hyderabadi biryani that we eat at a hotel. The ingredients again that we require for this is the I have fried this onion. Actually I fried around one and a half onion before itself, and then I have used the ghee. You can use around 2 teaspoons of ghee, and I have already poured a bit of oil here for to fry the onions. This is around 2 teaspoons of oil, so you can use another 2 teaspoons of oil. Then 3 medium sized onions, thinly sliced, around 5 green chilies. I have I have cut and kept both coriander and pudina leaves together. So this you can use a handful of it. Around 2 small or medium sized tomatoes and 1 lemon. I have taken around 400 grams of mutton here. And this is the masala that we are going to use. This is again the bay leaf, around 3 of them, around 3 cloves, 3 or 4 cloves, 1 star anise, and a inch of the cinnamon, and a little bit of around 1.5 spoons of the saunf that I have taken. And this is around 1/4 kilograms of basmati rice that I've already rinsed, and this we are going to kind of boil and prepare it separately. Almost 70% is the cooking would be done during the boiling itself, so we'll just do the layering later. And I have taken around 2 teaspoons of ginger garlic paste, 2 or 3 full teaspoons of ginger garlic paste, and half a cup curd. I have taken around 1.5 teaspoon of garam masala and 1.5 teaspoon of chili. See, again, chili is optional. This, if you don't want to use that, you can just avoid it. And the red chili, again, you can use it as per your taste. If you're a person who is like eats more spicy, you can add little more chili, and if you're a person who doesn't like much of chili, you can reduce on it. It's again as per our taste. And again, salt again, it's as per your taste, you can add it. So these are the ingredients. I'll just tell you the method again, because normally the ingredients remain the same when you prepare biryani, but the method changes. So for the layering biryani comes out really well. The one again, I'm using a cooker itself today. If you have a handi or you have a better vessel, you can use it. Because the reason I'm using the cooker is because the mutton, I need to cook it very well, because these days mutton is not that soft. So that's the reason we need a cooker. So what I do, I cook the mutton with the masala itself. I cook the rice separately. So I'll just show you the method how to do it, and it really comes out well. So I've already added 1.5 teaspoons of ghee, and then I'm going to add a bit of oil as well. I think this should do, because normally in mutton what happens, if you're using the fat along with the mutton as well loses, releases a bit of oil once it's cooked. So don't try avoiding too much of oil, because later it might increase again after the mutton leaves its or the fat from the mutton leaves the oil. So this is how I have taken. And see, here I have kept the water to boil again for kind of boiling the rice. At least 70% you should boil and keep it aside. So in this water also I have added 1 bay leaf. You have 1 star anise, 1 inch of the cinnamon and the cloves. So I've added and I've kept it to boil. So once it's the water boils, we can add the rice, and in maybe another 5 or 10 minutes, once you feel that the it's partially cooked, That time you can switch it off and drain the water and keep it aside for the layering. Alright, the oil is hot now. So we'll add in the spices, all the spices together. After some time, add the onion and the green chilies. Mix it well. I'm adding a bit of salt. And please add salt as per your taste. Let the onion become again golden brown. Till that you need to fry it. At this stage, add a bit of turmeric. Mix it well. And fry it until it is golden brown. Can you see now the water is boiling? So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and add the rice to it. Add very slowly, okay, because it's very hot. So add the entire rice to this, and we'll boil it for at least 5 to. Alright, now you can see that the onions have fried nicely. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and add the coriander and the pudina, the mint leaves, the coriander and mint leaves. We'll add it. Just let it fry for at least 1 or 2 minutes. And trust me guys, I had showed you a previous video again, right, how to prepare biryani. That is a different style where you use the coconut milk. That's almost like an Ambu style biryani, but this is in Hyderabadi style and it really comes out well. See now, can you see the rice is boiling on one side, and we have kept this here. You need to fry it well. And now what we will do is we'll go ahead and add the tomatoes. Sorry. Let the tomatoes fry well, and then we'll go ahead and add the curd. Now the tomatoes are frying. So what we'll do, it's almost half fried. So we'll go ahead and add the ginger garlic paste. The reason I didn't add the ginger garlic paste before itself is because normally it will stick to the bottom, and it will not be easy to cook the other ingredients. So that's the reason I didn't add. So now I'm adding it. It's around 3 full teaspoons of ginger garlic paste. And friends, you go ahead and try all the recipes that I go ahead and prepare and upload it. The reason being, my recipes are really very simple. Maybe the ingredients are more for a few recipes, but again the preparation is really very simple. So if you have any doubts where you are not able to understand, so you can go ahead and please comment me, and ask me whatever questions or doubts you have, and I'll go ahead and reply that for you. So please don't hesitate. Please do ask questions if you have any doubts. So I'm going to fry it for at least 5 minutes more, because the ginger garlic paste has to lose the raw smell, and even the tomatoes has to fry a bit. So we'll just wait for another 5 minutes and just fry it well. All right, it's fried well now, and can you see even the rice is cooked well. So it's around 70% that I've cooked, and I've drained the water. So now what we'll do is, now next we'll add the curd. Mix it well. Let it fry for at least 3 to 4 minutes, unless and until all the water evaporates. Now next what we'll do is, we'll go ahead and add the chili powder. For 1 or 2 minutes we'll just fry it a bit, and then we'll add the mutton to it. Let it fry. Now at this stage we'll go ahead and add the mutton. Now what we'll do is, we'll let it fry for 2 minutes. Then we'll go ahead and close the lid, and keep it for at least 4 to 5 whistles. It again depends on, as I told you in my previous video as well, it again depends on the kind of, the quality of mutton that you get. I know, because near our place it's a bit hard. So that's the reason what I do is, I keep it for 4 to 5 whistles. Then it becomes soft. And normally don't put any water, because mutton itself will leave a bit of water. So at this stage I'll go ahead and close the lid and keep it for 4 to 5 whistles. So see, this is how it is after around 4 to 5 whistles. I told you, no need to put water. If you want to, you can go ahead and add 1 glass of water. That's more than enough, because normally mutton would leave a lot of water, and because see, the rice is already cooked, so we don't need much of water. Now at this stage I'll go ahead and add the lemon juice and the garam masala. Ammu, where you're going? See, I see here. My daughter is here. She's normally not excited about the biryani because it's little spicy. Yes, Ammu. You don't like biryani, no? It's spicy. It's spicy. It's very spicy. I mean white biryani. White biryani. Yeah. I'll see what is white biryani. I'll prepare. Okay. Okay. You want to go play? Okay, go. My daughter doesn't like spicy food, so if the name biryani comes, she's scared because she thinks it's spicy. But normally the chili powder that I use as well is doesn't have much of spice. She doesn't like spicy food. She wants a white biryani, so now I have to search a recipe again for a white biryani. All right, so at this stage, let it kind of just fry for around 1 or 2 minutes. Then I'll go ahead and just layer the rice on it, and on that I'll layer the fried onions, and I'll put a bit of ghee because it enhances the taste. See, the oil, and I have put used. This is a tip again. Normally, when you use mutton again for a biryani or anything, try to use the fat with it, because the fat not only makes the mutton tender, but again it gives a nice taste to the whatever recipe that you're preparing. It can be a curry or it can be a biryani. So now we'll start layering the rice. So now we'll layer the rice on the masala. So little you can add it. I'm not adding 2 3 layers of rice. It doesn't need actually. You can mix it later. I have layered the rice on the mutton. Now I'll go ahead and layer this or garnish it with a bit of the fried onion. It really gives a good aroma, the fried onion. And now I will put in a bit of ghee. And now what you should do, you should cover a plate. Now I'll just cover a plate on that. And if you have a mortar and pestle, you can just use the bottom side of it. Keep it on it. Close the lid properly. And keep it on low flame for at least 10 minutes. So after 10 minutes, you can just go ahead and switch it off. So I'll show you how it comes. Alright, so after 10 minutes, this is how it will be. So what you have to do is, you need to slowly mix it from the bottom. Slowly, you don't break the rice, just mix it slowly. All right, guys. So our biryani is ready, and you can see how nicely it has come. So you can just go ahead and try this recipe at home. This I've served with onion raita. So please do try this recipe at home. It comes out really well, and it tastes really well. So if you like the recipe, please go ahead and subscribe my channel and press the bell icon, and please do share this recipe with your friends. Thank you again.